Happy Flosstube Friday, friends. My name is Kari. This is Tiger Lily Designs. Welcome to Flosstube episode 113. Yay! Welcome. Happy November 1st to you, friends. Are you singing Christmas carols yet? I am one of those people that starts... I really wish it wasn't 80 degrees here today, but I love to embrace Christmas like the day after Halloween. I'm one of those people. Are you? Or are you one of those that wait till after Thanksgiving? Anyway, happy Flosstube Friday. Here we are. We're going to dive right in, as I love to do, with a table of contents to tell you what we're going to talk about today. Today, I'm going to have, it might be short and sweet. Who knows? I could get to start to yakking and jibber jabbering, and it could be longer than I think it's going to be, but I haven't really been that crafty making to share with you. It has been a whirlwind since I was here last. It was about 10 days ago. Could have been 2 weeks. It's been a hot minute. But I haven't been making, I have been doing all the things. But regarding making, I do have 2 new whips to share with you. So I have 2 new starts. One we talked about last time. The decision has been made. Have you been waiting? Are you excited to know the final tally, the results of the Peacorn saga? I'm going to tell you where we are. Plus, I got some stitches in on it last night on the winning linen, and it's so good. It was hard for me to stop and go to bed, but I did. So I had that, and then I also have another sweet start that I just want to get to going. And then I have a little bit of haul, a little bit of Stitchy kindness. Sorry, I'm looking at my list. A little bit of Tiger Lily shop update, and then I'll tell you what I've been doing for the last 10, 14 days. Just a little life update at the end in case you wanted to know. So let's dive into the stitching, shall we? Because that's what we're here for. It's called Flosstube anyway, right? Okay, so if you've been around for a while, or you were here last time, either way, you are not new to the concept of a peacock, unicorn, and badger, which I affectionately call the Peacorn. Now you can see I've already got my clips on here. And that is because I use these tiny little binder clips. I'm using the Vicki Clayton Silk adaptation, the floss chart conversion. Hold on, let me pull it up for you. I'm still working on the organization of my project keeper and the bag and the thread and the silk keeper. Anyway, it's still TBD, but I just couldn't wait to get started. So I do have all my Vicki Clayton silks. I did bobbinate them all. I thread dropped them all rather than having them on the spools. We talked about that last time. I'm using the Atom Heart floss drops that these were Tiger Lily. These are Keeper Club exclusive colors. It's this beautiful, like, it's got like a shimmery tealy color. I have some of these extras in my shop. Stay tuned for the shop update. I'll tell you what's coming up. So that is what, this is the floss, right? Okay, and so why did I tell you that? I use these little clips. I have the Vicki Clayton floss conversion. She sends you a little piece of paper that tells you like DMC 123 equals Vicki Clayton yellow gold. I don't know, whatever. That's what I keep. So I keep it clipped in there. I should make a separate copy of it because I don't want to lose it. That's like really, really important. And then I have a second clip because this is a, how many page book? I don't know, a lot of page books. And I started last night, like I said, I did a upper right hand start. Now everybody, I usually am a center starter. You know, I feel like there's different teams. Which team are you? Let me know in the comments down below. Are you team center? Are you team left? Are you team right? Are you team like you change it? It all just depends on what you do. I am predominantly a team center start, but then I do deviate based on fun / what I want to do. So I looked at this one. I was like, the center, that's the tree. Not that the tree's not gorgeous, because it is, but I needed a little something to keep me motivated. And what is going to keep me more motivated than anything than this super cute, smiley, sweet sun? Yes, that is because, so I went to do a right start because a lot of my friends that I'm watching all have left starts. So I thought it would be fun for you and me to, we'll keep each other motivated, showing both sides of the coin, right? So that, you know, like Holly and Janaska and the tattooed stitcher, I think. I lots of friends started, and I feel like a lot of them have the peacock going, and I love seeing it, and it's motivating me. But I started with the sun, sure did. So that's what I have this book clip for. I haven't decided if I'm going to make working copies because I feel like this book is going to be around for a while. I'm still noodling. We're one day in, folks. So the plan is evolving, it's very fluid right now, but I would love to get I would love for this to be a 1-year project. Now, I started it on Halloween just because the mood striked. So, but it was no rhyme or reason. It's just that was just the day that I was ready to do it. But I think, I don't know. We'll see. I've got so many plans swirling around. I'm a good planner. I love to plan all the things. It's just, unfortunately, I kind of overplan myself sometimes. And then I'm stuck with, oh my gosh, there's 72 things I have to do and I only have 2 days. So I'm not going to overplan quite yet, but I would love to give it a whirl of kind of dividing this up. The pages, I can't do it by page just because some pages are half pages, some are full pages. It's not really conducive to do like 1 page a month or something like that. So I don't know if I'm going to try to like draw, there's assignment stitching. I haven't tried that. I haven't decided if that's going to be team assignment. But then there's also like 2025, I want to restart and commit to doing anniversaries of the heart. Jessica, Sweetwater, and Stitcher and I talked about that. It is also on my plan. I've got the Peacorn. Like, that's probably all I could do in a year. But will that be how it goes? Definitely not. Definitely not. So, but anyway, we started. That's the moral of the story. Now, if you were here last time, you saw that I dabbled in dyeing my own linen. I am super excited. I had fun, and it was so much fun having you guys vote. No, I did, because I'm a numbers nerd, I guess, a numbers nerd. I love a good spreadsheet. So I did just tally it up because I asked you guys to vote, and I was like, well, if I'm going to ask them, I might as well do something with that information, right? And so last time I showed you guys 3 different linens. There was, they were all in the same family. Like, we're not talking miles apart. They were all relatively close, but they had a deeper saturated one. There was 3 different colors, close, but not the exact same. And I had them identified by bulb pins and like those little safety bulb gourd pins. I use them for knitting as stitch markers in my socks to count my rows. Sometimes I use the little metal ones, the like rusted bronze ones, to tie like a 2024 pin on the back of an ornament. So I use them both for stitching and for knitting. Anyway, I have an Amazon quantity of bulb pins. Amazon just makes it too easy. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to do something with the data. So I asked you guys both in my Patreon group, and in Patreon, what I did is I gave you guys my step-by-step, just in case you've ever wanted to play with liquid dye, dyeing in your kitchen. It was not hard. Get yourself some gloves, follow the steps, recipe. I don't know. I'm a figure it out kind of doer. And so I just did it. I'm super happy with the results, but I showed you guys those on Patreon. If that's something you're interested in, you can see that post in the free section of my Patreon. Link is down below if you want to go and see how I did it, like how many teaspoons of this, how much water, how long, all the different things to do it. But in that, I showed you guys the 3 different colors. There was a blue bulb pin, a red bulb pin, and a purple bulb pin. This is like a tongue twister. Anyway, so I showed you guys them on Patreon, as well as I showed you guys last week on YouTube. It's very interesting to me in that the results, there was a clear front runner when it was just pictures only. Now, I didn't use any filters. I tried to take it using natural light. As we all know, just like with cover photos and stitching, the model doesn't do it justice, all the things. Photography is hard. That's just all there is to it. So it's interesting to me in that the photo contest poll had a clear front runner. Yes, the photo had a clear front runner, but the video, so what I showed you guys this on last Flosstube, I showed you the video of all 3. The video, color, saturation, screens, I don't know what was the difference, but doesn't have a clear front runner. There were like 2 ties, neck and neck. So it was just very interesting. Of course, I didn't bring the other 2, but I just thought you guys want. So the blue, which was the darker one, very vibrant, was the clear front runner in the Patreon, which was the pictures only. YouTube, as you can see, red and blue were neck and neck. Red came out a little bit winner. Now, of course, I have the advantage of seeing everything in person. Sorry. So I did make the final decision. And although the blue, the saturated, the dark, it was beautiful. At the end of the day, I went red. That's just all there is to it. I think it's a beautiful color. It just seemed like it was closer to what I compared it very closely to the Vicki Clayton. So in the thread pack, you get sent the spool to stitch the green, right? Because you're supposed to stitch 17,000. I don't know. It could be 72,000. I don't know. You're supposed to stitch the background. And so she gives you, I think, 6 spools. It's a whole bunch. And so I used that thread, stitched that, a big square of it, just to see, like, are we in the same ballpark? The dark was beautiful. The colors look great on it. But I ultimately went red because I feel like it was closer to the thread color. If I had stitched as well, it was just one notch easier, let's be honest, for my eyes. The darker color, just like when you're stitching with black, not my favorite, but it just makes it a little bit harder. And I didn't want this to be a project that I wanted it to be fun. I wanted it to be an easy pickup, which is why I ended up going with 36 count linen instead of 40. I had toyed with 40, but at the end of the day, again, I wanted this to be an easy pickup and do. Are you excited? Okay. Anyway, without further ado, this was last night's stitch. Yes, it is still in the hoop. Shame on me, but okay, hold on. Let me see. Oh, pickles. There it is. So that is my happy little sunshine in the corner of the Peacorn. So there it is right there. And I am getting started. I love it so much. Like I said, the green is perfect. I'm so happy. I'm so happy I did it. I just can't. It's very addicting. Don't be mad at me if I turn into a monogamous stitcher, because this was so hard to put down last night. I love fill-in. Let's just talk about it. I know there's people that are team fill-in, and then there's people that are not. So I know that my friend Sue, Legacy Fiber Arts, she's also doing the Peacorn, and I think she's stitching the green. Bless her, right? So, but she had compared it to coloring, and I was like, oh, I'm here for that. I love, like I said, I love a good fill-in. And so the fact that last night I was able to outline these sun rays, and I've got this all set up for maybe some football time stitching this weekend where you don't have to look at the chart. I do all the work. I did the chart work last night. I've got it set up for fill-in city, and I can't wait. So I think I'm going to keep on going and just keep on going across the top. I do want to try to get all the way across the top just to kind of define the borders. I know my margins are good. I measured 3 times before I did my first stitch, right? So, and you can see, so it's, you know, got a little bit of modeling, a little bit of variegation. This was dyed in my own kitchen. That's okay. But the blatches, I think, are going to get lost in the background, and hopefully, you know, it's going to be great. I'm so excited. So excited about this. So like I said, the Peacorn has started. Now I do have big plans. Like I said, I love a good plan. I do have lots of plans for a special project keeper for this. Shocker. And I might be making some to share with you. So just TBD on that. When that's going to happen, I don't know. This is a long project. So we've got we've got some time. And I also want to have some kind of, like I told you guys, like a silk keeper. This is like this is heavy duty, and it's silks. And so I don't want to just throw it in the bottom of a project bag, because I just feel like that's just asking for the silk to get all ratty and discombobulated and things. So I'm working through a couple different prototypes of how to special treat my silks. So I'm excited about that, and we're working through it. So I'm excited. Like I said, my guess is you're going to see the Peacorn on my Peacorn green for a while. She'll be around for a while for sure. Now, how often I pick her up is TBD. But anyway, so prior to stitching, grabbing into the Peacorn, making the final decision, I hemmed and hawed since I got back this week on when I was going to start her. Ultimately, I was going to wait and do a New Year's start, but you know what? Why wait? Why wait? at Channel Jessica. What's the part? Why wait? Just stitch it. Just put the stitches in. I'm so happy I did. I love it. Anyway, so, but before that, I was like, I just want a small start. I just want a small start. Now, of course, I wanted a small start and a small finish, but I didn't get a finish because I squirreled with the best of them and went to the Peacorn. But what did I start? So this was something that I had packed with me in my go bag to Clemson. I didn't take a lot with me. I took 2 stitching projects, didn't touch them once. So there's that. But I did take 2 projects, you know, just in case there was a time and opportunity where I was just sitting around. Yeah, that never happened. There was 0 negative downtime in Clemson. So this was one of the ones I took with me. And why did I take it? I took it because it was easy. Now, what's interesting is when I was going through my Christmas ornaments, my Christmas little magazine file situation where I keep all my charts, I actually have bought this chart twice, so I really like it. So I bought this once at Amana at the Farm Girl Drag Race retreat with Heartstring that I went to a year ago. Bought it then once, and then I bought it again when I was at Acorns and Threads in Portland, Oregon, because she's got a Heartstring, I think, like everything she's ever put out. Anyway, obviously I really like it. So I was like, well, if you really like it, you might as well get it started, right? So I brought it because it was easy, small ornament, and fit in one of the, you know, the Ziploc-y bags that it comes in. It was 1 color of fabric and 3 floss. Now I didn't use the called for. It's basically a white, a green, and a red. Okay, that's easy. So I went to my stash, pulled out a white, a green, and red. As you can see, like I said, I put it in here. This was all in my to-go bag. Didn't stitch on it, but I've got a Color and Cotton Tusk. It was one of her like Oopsie Daisy bundles. I love those. I love just getting, especially because I just love pulling from stash. And so I love a good deal. Love a good sale. And so a Oopsie Daisy, a Color and Cotton. I mean, I don't know what was oopsie about that. Obviously, the real Tusk color should be different, but for my white, red, and green, it was perfect. I did the same for the green. You can see it's got the red dot, so it's the Color and Cotton Chartreuse, and then Ruby Slippers, Hot Mess Express, but that's okay. So those are my 3 colors. It's more of the, you know, it's not traditional colors. I mean, they're traditional, but they're the brighter. Shocker, everything's bright. And so, yes, this is also still in the hoop because this is what I did the day before. Now, there's my sticker. Oh, and there's my back. I'm not ashamed. It is what it is. But I am using 36 count elephant, what's it called? The stickers from 1, 2, 3 kind of cut off. But I think this is Elephant Run by Fox and Rabbit. And it was just one of their little tiny cuts. And I'm like, perfect for ornaments. Because it's not the dark gray. Like we talked about before, the black and the gray and the darks. Not exactly my favorite stitching. Whoopsie. Hold on, I want to make sure I don't. So this is what I've got. So this was 2 nights of stitching. So close. And if I had just done this one instead of starting the Peacorn, this would be a finish. But it's not because I wanted to start the Peacorn. But I just love 36 count. Like I said, it is easy. I do use a hoop as you see. I stitch in hand though, so it is not drum tight. Shelly taught me how to do this, and that's Stitchcorn, like, you know, whatever. And so I stitch in hand from right to left because I'm right-handed. Anyway, so that is what I do. And then you can see the little variegation in the green. It is so fun. This will be such a sweet little ornament. And I mean, I could probably do these 4 ornaments. I mean, for tons is the moral of the story. There'll be plenty left. And I do love all 4 of them. So I do want to do all 4 ornaments. So we're going to talk a little bit about my plans when we get a little further along, but those are my 2 starts, 2 whips. That's my stitching. Sticking with stitching, let's talk about some stitchy kindness that I got in the mail that I want to share with you. This is from Grace Notes Fabrics. She has a Fabric of the Month Club. And this was October's color. It's called Brown Sugar Boba. It is so pretty. Look at that. So this is a fat quarter, so beautiful, such a warm modeling, and I choose 36 count linen and she's so sweet to share some with me. So I love it. So I will link her down below. It's a Facebook group where you can go in there and you can join her club. Just ask how you get on her Fabric of the Month club. It is fantastic. And she offers every style, Aida, Lugana, linen, all the counts from 14 to 46. Holy moly. And it's beautiful, and it's a small business, and I love it. I can't wait to find more stitches to put on that. So speaking of, so that was my Stitchy kindness, and then some haul that came in that's kind of Stitchy related. Now you might have seen this already, but I am going to show you just in case you hadn't. I did wait. I had received it by the last video, but I held off showing it because I know there was a lot of people that hadn't received theirs yet. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the Fabulous. This is my third time getting this box, and it just keeps getting better. I mean, how is she going to get better next year? I don't know, because this is fabulous. So this is Chantelle from 141. She does an ornament box. In the last couple of years, she's just sent you ornaments. I'm so honored to call her a friend, but she is such a wonderful person, wonderful small business. I love everything about it. And so her past couple boxes, her past 2 years of boxes have just been wood, right? So you would get, I think it was 10, you would get 10 boards, and then you would try to figure out, like, mix and match your own ornaments with the boards. Well, the girl she was a genius this year, and she collaborated with 5 fabulous, like, oh my gosh, designers, and got them to do exclusives for her box. Can you believe it? So in the box, there was also some stickers, so you can put the 2024 on the back of your ornaments, which is super fun. So some DMC, looks like some Lady Dot Creates finishing pom-pom trim. That is so fun. So that's what was in there. Now, her 5 ornaments are knock out of the park. I mean, I'm sure you've seen them. Like I said, they're all over the internet. Lots of people have already shut the box, but just in case you haven't, you need to start following Chantelle and make sure that you know, when she launches these next year, you are on it lickety-split, because this is fabulous. So this is Chantelle's, this is Teresa Koga. It's called Frosty Bulb. So sweet. Plum Street. I mean, really? All is calm. I love the snowman and the donkey. Are you kidding me? He's adorable. The mittens on the sled is adorable, and it's one of those things where it's just 2 different colors. It might be 3. Pick and choose. You could use a variegated and just make it 2 colors. So many options, but such a sweet little chart. Knock it out of the park, hands-on design, so fun. I love the checkerboard that you actually stitch, which is super cute, in a combination with that Christmas star. And last but not least is the Peaceful Snowman. So cute, by Annie Folk Arts. Annie B's Folk Art. So fantastic. Now, so I almost started one of these. It's just a matter of making the time to kit things up. Yeah, that's on my to-do list too. We'll talk about my to-do list in a little bit. But so that was my fun haul. So let me check my list. We're just banging right through, like I thought we would do. I did get my Sew Sampler box for October. It's right there. I'm not even going to pick it up. You know what a Sew Sampler box looks like. It's the teal blue box. It's fabulous. Haven't opened it yet. I'm doing a separate video for the October unboxing. Ideally, I need to have something sewn with September, because that is what I challenged myself to do. In true transparency, I haven't done it yet. So I'm not quite sure when either one of those things are going to happen. Or maybe they're not. I don't know. We'll see. Let's talk about plans for just a smidge. Like I said, I will come up with all kinds of plans, and actually making them go from start to finish in a timely manner is hard to do, because, like I said, I have too many. But the moral story, today is November 1st. Welcome. 54 days until Christmas. You're welcome. Now you know. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I want to pull out my tree right now. I want to start decorating. I want to start singing Christmas carols. I'm one of those ones that used to have, what's that radio thing? When I would drop my kids off at school, I was the carpool. I was the bus driver for my kids for school when they were little. And so starting November 1st, that radio, you know, you would turn on Spotify. No. Anyway, we start listening to Christmas music on November 1st, moral of the story. And so I don't have that anymore because I'm not dropping my kids at school on the daily and picking them up. I do miss that. But I want to start embracing all of the Christmas, all the fun right now. But I can't do it yet. Because it's hard to do when it's 80 degrees outside. I don't know how my Florida friends do Christmas. I'm not quite sure I could do it. Right now, I look out my windows right now and it's autumnal rainbow party plethora. There's every color of the autumn is in a tree that I can see out the window. It's gorgeous. But it's 80 degrees, which is super wonky for Virginia in November, but that's okay. So it's going to be hard. I'm going to try to figure out what I want to do. But the moral of the story is that is coming. I want to start doing that. But with that, how do I relate that to stitching? That's what you're here for, right? So stitching, I do want to set myself a goal. Now, if I say it, doesn't mean I got to stick to it because goodness knows I won't. But so there's 54 days. It's a little smidgen. Oh, Lily's texting me. Can you read it? Okay. And, sorry. So it's a little over 7 weeks. Well, nothing's going to happen like the week. So if I say like 4 weeks, 5 weeks, until if I had set a goal like of an ornament a week, maybe 2, could I do it? Well, maybe if I don't squirrel and do a Peacorn all the time, but I think it's doable. I think some heartstring ornaments that I've shown you, I've got 4 of them right there. I've got this fabulous Chantelle box. I've got the Annie B stockings that I want to start. I bought that kit back when it was part of Crazy Annie's and they weren't even in a book. It was 12 separate patterns and all the trim and all the things that came with it. I have that I haven't started. I've got Prairie Schooler Santas out the yin yang that I still want to do. I've got my other 12 days of Christmas Santas that I haven't finished yet. There's lots of ornaments. So if I give myself the goal of completing stitching 2 ornaments a week, that's doable, right? Totally doable. And then if I do that for, let's say 4 weeks, 5 weeks, then I have 2 weeks to fully finish them and get them up on the tree to enjoy for the season. I think that's good. I think I can do it. Now, mix and mingle, add on Jingle Ball. Oh, so many things I want to do with the Jingle Ball. Add that to the to-do list. The Peacorn. There's so many other things. The new design, the designers are dropping Christmas things. Have you seen that Liz Matthews just dropped more Christmas? I need to do my 12 days of Christmas, her samplers that I've started. The list is long, friends. The list is long. So we'll just see. You just have to come back every Friday to see what in the world I was doing. Now, again, those are my Stitchy plans. Really very fluid. I kind of just make them up as I go. I am still talking about I talked about whip sticks, which was Chantelle's brainchild from OG Chantelle. But a lot of people are talking about spinning the wheel. I love that. I might do like a mix and mingle type of situation between the two, but who knows? Who knows? Because I also need to do my swoon along. That's still in a box. I took that to Clemson. It rode in the car to Clemson and rode back in the car home. Didn't come out of the scrapbook box that I brought. Yep, didn't. And I didn't do any stitching. I didn't do any knitting. I brought sweater knitting. I had lots of great intentions because I was there for 10 days. I was there for almost 10 days. It takes me a full day there and a full day back. But I was there doing all the things. We went to football games. Well, there was one football game. We went to the ring ceremony, which was, we'll talk about that in a little bit, but I had so much fun. So let me just circle back on Tiger Lily. So the shop update, talking about what I'm going to do. I am going to be doing something this week. All the October boxes are out, done. And my extras are sold, so gone. I did post my official October unboxing video so you guys could see what was in the October box. I gave you a little bit more details about what's going to be happening in 2025. I'm still working through the details of that. Might change a little bit, so stay tuned. Either way, if you're a current subscriber, no worries, you'll just change with me, right? So just stay tuned to things. I'll keep you posted, give you plenty of time and tell you what's going to happen in 2025. All good things, to be honest with you. I'm trying to wrangle all the good things. So, but right now it is Advent box season. It is Advent box season that has taken over the house. That's just all there is to it. So I did take days of Advent down to Clemson, and that's what we did is we packaged up. If you think 12 days of Christmas, they're all packaged up. I'm not going to spoil anything, but let me just tell you, it is, if I do say so myself, pretty fabulous. And so, but it's a lot of work. And so I did have my mom helping and my dad helping and my daughter helping. Noah didn't bag anything. He came and ate my steak dinners and my apple pies. But anyway, so just it's busy, busy, busy. So if you ordered the Advent, do know that here in the next 3 to 4 days, I will be starting to prepare the labels. Now, so you will get your email saying your box. Now, you may get your label email 1, 2, 3, 4 days prior to it actually going to the box. As you can imagine, I can't do these as I do the other ones. These boxes are bigger. There's more of them. There's a lot more items that go into it. It's a lot more organization, and it's still just my 2 hands that are putting every single item in your box. And so it just takes a little more coordination and planning, which is why I'm starting here November 1st. I did my first test box this morning to kind of arrange how everything was going to go in the box. I'm so excited about it. It all fits, of course, and it's gorgeous. But I am going to start packaging them and then having the UPS, the postal service and the UPS pick them up, as the days go on. They will all be out by November 15th, no later than. So it'll be plenty of time for everything to go out and to be received prior to start opening on December 1st. Now, what that means is I will also be doing my 12 days of Stitchmas, as I love to do. Starting on December 1st, I will do daily opening videos for the first 12 days of December. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you what's in my box because it's fun, right? In case you didn't get it. And you want to get on the list for now, you just want to see what it is. Hopefully you're going to open with me. If you got the box, you want to open with me. If you didn't get the box and you're saving it all under your tree, don't watch those videos. I don't want to spoil things for you. But I also, it's a little bit different this year. I will not be doing small business featured segments. That was just something I had to let go of this year. The administrative time it took to coordinate that, to receive, to research, to find, to get, to interview, to all the I hated to have to let that go, but I did. I had to let that go. So I will not be featuring small businesses. There will be a featured small business for the one that was in my box. I would say, I think there's 8 or 9 small businesses in my Advent box. So we're going to feature those small businesses. So that's exciting. As well as I am going to, instead, might have bought 1 or 2 yarn Advents myself. So we'll open some of those just because it's fun to see. I love to see those things. And then I also, instead, this time, I'm going to mix and mingle some other things, whether it's a finishing video, a cooking video, my favorite cookie recipe, my pies, my decorations. I'm going to kind of mix and mix. It's not going to be a vlog because the vlogs, just the concept of a vlog sounds like a lot of work to me. We'll see. I love watching them. I watched multiple vlogtobers and I was just like hooked. I loved it. I mean, it was just easy. I love mindless. I love easy. There's no stress. I mean, I love all that. So, but I know how much work goes into preparing one of those, and I'm trying to be realistic with my time commitment and what I'll be able to do in December. Not in December, pre-work for December. Anyway, we'll see. It'll be fun. I'll definitely show up. Now, what's all going to be in the videos? I don't know. You just have to come and see. You just have to come and see. Won't that be fun? Okay, that's where we are. So I did want to share, because there's a lot of people that have asked and wanted to know, and I will pop in a couple pictures here of what it is. And so I wanted to just show you, this is the ring ceremony. So I went to a football game one weekend. And then the next weekend was the ring ceremony. Now, so both my kids, I am a Clemson alum, and I, of course, didn't wear my ring. Getting your Clemson ring is a big deal. And oddly enough, both Noah and Lily, although Noah's graduating in December, so his ring says 24. Lily graduates in 26, in spring of 26. So she's another, but she had enough credits because of all the things. So she was able to get her ring at the same time. So it was really, really special that they were both in the same ceremony. I only cried like 6 times. It was fine. I'm texting with Willie. They're like, you're embarrassed. I mean, I'm not embarrassing them. I'm way up in the stands. But yes, I was crying. I mean, both my kids at the place where I went and things. Oh, Jiminy Crickets. But anyway, it was super special. And here's a couple pictures. Just thought it'd be fun for you to share. Because if you've been with me for a while, you know who I'm talking about. And this is just, big life moments for them. So I thought it'd be fun. That's it. Who knows? I don't know. This is like 20 minutes. We'll see. But that's where we are today. I'm sorry I don't have more stitching, but I am just sunrise to sunset. It is daylight savings whirlwind. Does that mean I get an hour? I don't remember. That's this weekend. But either way, friends, I will see you next time. Oh, Grumpy Susan. Yes. I totally forgot to talk about that last week. Thank goodness for Shelly, because I don't have the bandwidth right now to do it, but she has so graciously volunteered to do video 3. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Grumpy Susan is the EPP Hexie Flower Garden quilt that we started in July with the intention of it being an 18-month project. So we are only 4 months in. So there's still plenty of time. But I've got a lot of friends who are asking about the next step. You guys are just Johnny on it, get her done. I have 1 flower done of the 18. I was supposed to do 1 per month. Maybe I'll get myself caught up in November and December once the Advent comes out, and I'm going to breathe for a little bit. I'm excited about that. So I'll put that on the to-do list of maybe getting a flower garden or 2 done. But in the meantime, Shelly will be doing video 3. Now, what video 3 is, she isn't going to be doing it within the next week or 2. So stay tuned to her channel for that update video. And what that will be doing is the Grumpy Susan is a flower and a flower. And there's the green is how you connect your flowers, right? It's really just more hexie sewing together. But she is going to come and tell you how you sew. She's calling it Connecting the Garden Path. It's very exciting. So she's going to show you how to do that. And from then, you are off to the races, friends. You've got everything you need until we get to the end, which is how do you finish a quilt? Which, like I said, 18-month project. So we got like another year, and then we'll circle back on that. We'll come back and talk about it. It's not something we're letting go. It's just a long-term project. So it's coming, friends. I know I've had a lot of friends ask, and I'm sorry that it has fallen to the bottom of the list, but such is life. You know what I mean? Okay, so until next time, friends, happy making all the things, and I'll see you next time. Happy stitching.